August 9th, 2022. I just got back. It's Tuesday. Chairpersoning the Nineveh group for the second week of August. 3 weeks left to go. And anyway, topic didn't turn out to be, what I was going to introduce. So I didn't get to see what that story would have been. I was going to talk about it. It'll be another topic for another group for another time. So somebody else spoke up and brought up the topic of telling a story basically to show off or self-congratulate or talk about how they are a conduit for God's wisdom of intervention and, praising themselves for how good of a job they did at something. And it's like, it sounded like they were just interrupting and interfering with the life of somebody else who didn't exactly want their help and was trying to avoid them, but they kept on insisting. And yeah, it's like, if somebody stops answering your calls and your conversations get more brief and brief, it doesn't sound like they really want to talk to you. And no matter how great, I don't know. It's just, I don't like this person already. So it's like anything he says. And it seemed like the group as well kind of, So, I mean, there's boundaries, and then there's privacy, and then there's respect. And yeah. And then there's also that I'm just not some people's cup of tea. So, and then just being mindful of that and not letting myself overreact or underreact, and treating others as I wish to be treated and all that sort of stuff. So, anyway, I try to measure my response carefully, with as much grace and tact as I know how, and but at the same time inserting humor with as much subtlety and care as I know how. Inside jokes. I don't know, but I got a good. I had a good meeting. I don't know, and I was happy to see that some other people kind of picked up on what I kind of picked up on. So, anyway. Am I glad that I am chairpersoning August? Am I glad that I've gone back after having left abruptly the group in February? I've got an ant. That's not good. There's one ant. Oh boy. But, oh well. Anyway, so it was good. And but I will be going to work in the morning in just a couple hours. So it's like, I need to settle down and try to lie down and sleep for a little bit. This is why at the end of August, it's like I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to go down there, because it is a trip. It takes a gallon of gas to drive down there and back, and just it's the expense of time and fuel, and it's like, yeah, and it's like the meeting's going to go on with or without me, maybe. The numbers of people are dwindling, attendance is low, they keep dying or moving away, or there just isn't that much influx of new people. I don't know, but anyway, the meeting used to be a lot bigger. Now it's just kind of fading away, but not every, that's just, I'm not in charge of that, and if that's the way things go, it's like, I don't want to be left the last one, holding the bag. So anyway, I have a diversified economy of where I have multiple resources. This is one of them, where I get to talk and keep myself accountable and sane, placing myself a part of my, out there, and not, and it's like, it's safe, it's kept safe, and even if it did get deleted or wiped out or whatever, or lost in the cloud, or, it's like, it's, I feel like it's been, it's no longer, I've given it a place. It's like as soon as I say it, or let it go, it's like it's no longer, I don't have to think about it anymore. It's like I am freed of it, or it has changed, or I get to reflect on it differently, sort of thing, or it has occupied a different space in memory. All these sorts of things. So anyway, the story continues. The story is in progress, as is life, and it keeps changing. And I think about being surprised, and it's like, because I keep placing things out there with or without my own knowledge. Like I just, whatever little influences or conversations I have, and I don't know exactly how they go or what happens afterwards or how they're received, or I just do what I do with very little thought or afterthought. That's scary sometimes, about how I am being perceived, and rarely do I ever see anything, or at least do I notice anything. And so it's like, maybe that's bad, or maybe I'm just not good at being aware. But it's not like I'm expecting a return. But I just keep paying attention and just keep doing what I do. And it's like, just keep going along, I guess. If I'd like to think that if something was trying to get my attention, it would just, get my attention. But then a lot of times it's like I'm just not looking at the right place at the right time, or noticing, or I'm just not interested, I guess. I'm just not either emotionally available or intellectually available, or, sort of thing. But then also I was thinking about how it's like, I don't know if I could financially afford another person in my life. I can afford my life, but I don't know if I can afford anybody else's life. It's like, how does one do that? I assume, it seems like other people do that. They find a way. If it's something that they want, then a way is found. I don't know how that goes. I don't know how people do that, but they seem to. All the time, people manage to figure it out. And also I was thinking about today about mutually assured construction, and how, I think so. I think we would stand a better chance together than separate. Being how it is, the way that we are, we would stand a better chance working together, mutually assured construction. Because by ourselves, I don't know. I do want to tend to self-destruct. And because, I am alone, I'm used to being alone. I work alone, I do everything alone, and it's like I do get lonely from time to time. But is that justify, adding somebody? Because I'll just be like, oh, I just want to be alone. And then I'll be like resentful that somebody's there or something. So it's like I've spent so much time alone that I don't know how not to be alone. But then maybe I'd learn. See, that's what I'm counting on, is that I'd learn. But maybe I don't know. But it doesn't seem like I don't have to worry about it, because they've, it's like there's no one knocking on the door. There's no one inviting me in. There's no one asking for me or checking on me. Yeah, and that's kind of sad, but that is how it is, and it's right time, wrong person, right time. It's just I'm never able to be pinned down, and it's like I can't figure me out. I don't understand how anybody else would be able to figure me out, and it's like it's probably safer for a lot of people to just not notice me or get to know me, because I will end up, disappointing them or hurting them for not being able to be the person that they want or need me to be for them. That's a resounding, recurring sentiment that people, something about me, is interesting, but I don't know. Anyway, I really should get going. Go lie down and see about taking a nap. And I mean, that's one thing. I keep doing what I'm doing, and body willing, I have lots of time, or enough time to continue to mull it over, see what happens, being available, and stuff like that. I don't know, life is a mystery, and I'm not a very good detective. And whatever clues and social cues there are, so much gets lost. I like to think I pick up on the important stuff, but I probably miss so much. And I also misinterpret stuff and misunderstand. And I don't know. It's very confusing to me. I'm not built for this world. I don't think. It wasn't designed for me. Anyway, I guess I should go. Good night.